Hey everyone, welcome back. This is BBT Tech with a new video in what feels like forever. Today I will be reviewing the WLMouse Beast X Max Tempered Edition. This is quite the unique mouse and not so unique in a sense in this current mouse scene. They have essentially cloned a Finalmouse Ultralight series but kept the magnesium construction. They did however add larger cutouts than the ULX series. Honestly, what sets this mouse apart from Finalmouse, in my opinion, is that the overall shell structure is a lot more sturdy. However, there were some issues that I had on my copy that I will speak on later in the review. The unboxing experience is one of the highest quality and accessories packed offerings I have ever experienced for a gaming mouse. We got a hard shell carrying case for people who like to bring their mouse out with them around or maybe compete in tournaments such as myself, a EX Semi-Pro CSGO player and WSOW qualifier. The mouse offers extra mouse skates, as well as grip tates that cover the whole size and clicks of the mouse, and smaller grip tape that you can use on smaller contacts of the mouse. In the carrying case, we get two receivers, an 8 kHz and a nano 1 kHz receiver. The 8 kHz receiver is honestly quite nice, and it has an LED indicator to let you know when your mouse is at 15% battery life. And speaking about battery life, the mouse lasted 8 days for me with moderate desktop use and about 3 to 4 hours of game time a day with the 1 kHz polling rate competitive mode. And on 8 kHz, it lasts about a day and a half for me. If you end up having an issue where you don't have your mouse fully charged because you forgot to plug it in the night before, the flexible USB-C cable is honestly quite nice and you can use this during gameplay without having too much of a hassle. Now let's take a look at this mouse. Supposedly every tempered edition should be unique in its coating and no two are quite the exact same, which gives it a fun, unique vibe that no one else will have the same exact copy. Now, how much will you value this? Honestly, will vary. I personally don't think it's all that crazy. Honestly, it's not like a CSGO Blue Gem. Granted, this mouse is coming in at $145 at the time of filming versus a $100,000 CSGO skin. Now, placing this mouse on my scale, it is clocking in at 46 grams, and for reference, my G Pro Superlight 2 is at 57 grams. The mouse is very interesting to say the least, as this is my first magnesium mouse, and depending on your climate, it may be a little bit annoying to use within the first couple of minutes since the mouse could be quite cold to the touch, but it will warm up during use. The mouse is so light that it also took some time for me to feel adjusted on my glass pad. When it came to playing Counter-Strike, I felt like I was playing on ice skates. But when it came down to playing a more tracking heavy game like Warzone, it felt like it was one with my arm and it was really easy to track heads and slam dudes in the goo. Now, the WLMouse has done an excellent job with the 3950 sensor implementation, and the click feel of this mouse is quite phenomenal in my opinion. There's little to no pre and post travel, and the clicks feel so crispy that it's quite a joy to use. It uses Armor optical switches, which I believe are the same as my G Pro, but the difference in the implementation of these switches makes it feel like the WLMouse is activating much faster. Now, to move on with the issues I have with this mouse. I thought I would never encounter this issue since this mouse is made out of this magnesium build quality. However, near the rear left hump of this mouse, I am noticing some play in the mouse shell, which honestly makes it quite irritating to play with, which was a similar experience that I had with Finalmouse's ULX. Now, I'll demonstrate exactly what I am noticing and the sounds that I'm hearing when I'm using this mouse during gameplay. Mind you, I was barely applying any force to the shell. This only happens on the left side of the mouse and the right side is perfectly fine. This issue doesn't hinder me from fragging, but honestly it's quite annoying for me to the point where I don't want to use this mouse. I did contact WLMouse and their customer support is honestly quite slow. I have dealt with other companies in the past and honestly, WLMouse takes about 24 to 36 hours between each response, and it took them about a week to even respond back to my first inquiry. The TLDR is that they are willing to provide me a full refund and ship the mouse back or provide a replacement copy. I haven't decided which route I would take, as I'm honestly quite skeptical that I will have this issue again. This honestly could just be the design of the mouse, since it's only being held by 2 screws on the bottom of the base. Overall, I would rate this mouse a solid 7 out of 10 if I were to compare it to my G Pro Superlight 2. Feel free to stick around and watch some fragging at the end of the video where I show how well it can perform. If you like this review, please feel free to drop a like and comment, and if you're interested in more videos from me, hit that subscribe button. It's free and your boy needs some LG lovin' on the comeback tour. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, so mouse, got a little hiccup here, but it's very precise. I'm able to open cases as fast as possible. Let's see what we get here. Gold, gold, gold. Yeah, this mouse sucks.